Sal, congratulations.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great.
Good.
How are you
Good.
doing?
Very well, thank you.
So, congratulations for Centurion, the Dancing Stallion.
Thank you so
Such
much.
a such a wonderful movie. But we have to hear it from you. Is what initially attracted you to this project?
Well, the director Dana Gonzalez and I had worked on a film many years ago, almost over 30 years ago, and they called me and said, he'd like you to look at this role, and I mean, as soon as I read it, I mean, I thought it was great. What a positive depiction of the character and a representation of us, of people of color. So it was a great opportunity, and I jumped at the chance. And although I had never been really exposed to this particular art form, I mean, I've gone to rodeos, etc., charreadas and that kind of thing. But this particular art form of the dancing horses, I really had never been exposed to. I'm ashamed to say, but it's such a unique and special art form, and it's really, really popular and beautiful, and it's very Mexican, which was really, of course, I'm Mexican, and so I'm very proud to have been to be proud of it, and I jumped at the chance. It was a great opportunity.
So, did you hear of it before or once you took the project?
No, once I took the project, and then I dived in, full bore on, went to events, etc. And it's really electric when you go to these places, because I mean, there's all these people dedicate their a lot of time. It's very time consuming, and it's not necessarily profitable. You're investing a lot of money and traveling to do the different shows, etc. But it's a passion. It's a passion, and these people love their horses, and the horses are beautiful, and they take care of them, and it's a beautiful beautiful art form, and it's just very impressed with all of it. And if you've never seen it, I'm so glad that this is going to be presented on the screen, because it's never been done before. And here, there's this Mexican art form that's going to be presented, in English, in a movie in English, an American film with a great cast. So I'm just thrilled to be a part of it.
I live here in Fresno in the Central Valley of
Oh,
California, and
there you go.
I have never even heard of it.
Yeah,
So,
and I mean, I think they have something in Fresno, exactly. But yeah, and we filmed it in Napa Valley, which is not too far from you. And it's a beautiful where we filmed it, where it was shot. It was the Nancy and George Gamble in their ranch, and Centurion is a real horse. He lives there, and the ranch is real. And anyway, it was just a delight to be able to do that, because and also the production value is incredible, because you have this scenery and panoramas, etc., that are just it's beautiful.
most excellent. Well, Sal, tell me about working with horses. What knowledge did you have of working with horses before?
It's very humbling. Horses are very noble animals. They're big animals. They're a powerful being, and even just standing next to one, your demeanor changes, because is it friend or foe, right? And I think the horse feels the same way. They're looking at, is this friend or foe? So I think there's a reason why we love horses. They're very magical. They can be inspirational, and that's what this story is about. It's about overcoming adversity and being inspired by these beautiful animals. And as the horses are used for many different, and not just obviously to for what we're talking about, but they're very therapeutic. I mean, they're used for therapy for people who have different illnesses, etc., or mental situations. And I think appropriately so, because they're an amazing animal. And so just being next to them, and you have to be very responsible, because even when you're just holding the reins or leading a horse, you have to hold it in a certain way, because if you're holding the rope or whatever it is that you're holding the horse, and he nerves jerks or whatever, they can take your finger off. So the first thing first thing they teach you is how to hold it with your hand, how to hold, and it's fascinating. So all these things that do, that there's a respect, right? A mutual respect for this animal, beautiful animal.
Wow, sounds like you had some pretty good experience. And you said Centurion is such a noble horse itself, huh?
True. There's he really does exist, and he's an amazing creature. And all these horses, they're very, the trainers, these guys who train them are from Mexico, and they live there in the ranch, and they're dedicated. And you see them sometimes, like while I was there, I got to meet them, obviously, and I wanted to get to know what they do and how they do it, etc. But they'll pull out a rope, and start doing rope tricks, etc. And then gets on a horse, and he does a certain move or whatever, and he's so one with the horse kneels down, and he slips off the horse from the front, as the horse bows. Just amazing, the relationship that they are able to create, that bond, So anyway, it's fascinating.
How was it working with Amber? Most of your scenes was with her through this entire film.
Oh, Amber's lovely. She's fantastic, and she brings such a great energy. The whole cast, I mean, Aramis Knight and I had a really great rapport, and it translates I hope it translates. I felt that we had a great chemistry, the whole father and son. Even I become sort of his, his adopted father, I guess, or whatever. And in fact, when my children saw the movie the other day at the screening, they said, there should be a sequel of you and you and Danny. Just like a takeoff. What happens to these two guys? What's going on there? But yeah, it was really nice. Everyone on the set, all the actors were just like a family we created. It's many times that happens on sets. You bond, and it was really nice, and just fortunate to have been part of it.
That sounds beautiful. Well, Sal, let me address one more thing. I want to talk about your dancing skills. Did you learn that during production, or is that all you?
No, actually, my first love was dance, and Mexican dance, folklorico. That's how my wife and I met in college, and then at one point I actually went to Mexico and danced with the Ballet Folklorico de Mexico in Mexico. And then my wife and I toured with Linda Ronstadt when she recorded the Mexican album of Canciones de Mi Padre. We toured America and with her, the United States rather, the country with her, and so it's been part of me. So it's kind of in me. So dancing is I can relate.
Well, you're such a good dancer, Sal. I mean, it translates it on the screen, and we could tell you had a lot of fun on this production.
It was a real treat.
Both excellent. Well, Sal, thank you very much for speaking to us about Centurion, the Dancing Stallion, and who knows, maybe there will be that father-son sequel.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you, Gig. And it opens the 25th on digital and on demand.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.